Yes, hello students. Welcome back to Dr. Noor Fizzo Jahan channel, wherein you are exploring the world of business management with Dr. Noor. Today we are here to start with a new chapter in our subject principles of management, wherein you are trying to inculcate the skills of management with me. So almost 80% of portion is done. So we are left with only 3 chapters now. Today I am starting with the new chapter, that is motivation. Very important chapter, students. As I told you, directing have got correct 4 elements in itself, right? Supervision was there, then leading was there, then directing and communication. So motivation and communication, 4 points are there. I've done with supervision, I've done with leading. Today I'm starting with motivation. Then after motivation, I have to do communication. With that, whole direction elements will come to an end. So while directing the employees to the higher level of job, you need to be a good leader. So I told you what kind of leader you should be, and all theories of leader I taught you in detail, along with transactional and transformational leader. Now, along with that, you are supervising them, you are leading them, good. But if they are not motivated, they are not going to give their best. So the next very important topic which I am discussing today is motivation. How to motivate employees. See, I am leader. I am pressurizing them to do, they are doing it. But I don't want to pressurize. I want people to work on their own. I want people to understand the necessity of the job and do on their own. I want self-discipline in people. I want self-direction in people. I don't want any leader to lead them. I want them to take the leadership role on their own and do job on their own. Then how to make people do on their own? If your mom wants you to get up to your college on your own and get ready and go, I want that. I don't want, as a mother, no, I don't want to go make my children every day get ready and go. I want them to get up on their own, get ready and go to school. I want that. How to do that? How will I achieve that? That means if my child have to get up on their own, get ready and go to school, that means he should have motivation to do that. Then what is motivation? Motivation is your own belief. I have to do this. Correct? Creating that is very, very important in employees. How much you tell them to do. Sometimes they themselves will do what is expected. That is what in this module I am teaching you motivation. So let us start with motivation. Before that, let me request you to subscribe to my channel and share my videos, correct, and watch all my videos right from the definition of management. We have come to motivation. There are some 35 videos which have been uploaded before this. Go through all those videos to learn the full managerial skills and become successful in your career, as well as clear all your exams. Let it be any exam, competitive exam, a college exam, and where you have management as your subject. With this slide, you should be able to score the best marks. That is my challenge. So that is why please keep sharing my videos. So with that request, let me move on to motivation. Yes. So what is motivation? So as a great man theory, I just want you to read this. What happens here is, see, if you just see here, our great man theory, right? Can just please read it. A great man is one who can make a small man feel great. So who's a great man? A great man is one who can make a small man feel great and perform great. So who's a great man? So great man is one who can make a small man feel great. Great man is not one who says I am the best, follow me. He is not great man. A great man is one who can make a small man also to think he is great and perform great. That is what we wanted. For that, you need to motivate that small man to accept he's a great man. So how to do that is what is your role here, and that is what you are trying to do here. So what is motivation then? How to make a small man to make him understand that he's a great man and make him do an extraordinary job. How to do that? That's what I'm teaching you here, students. So motivation is defined as a driving force. So motivation is a driving force which drives people to initiate and act. It's a driving force. Motivation is within you. Some force in you which tells you do it. I told you my children should get up on their own and go to school. That means they should have a drive to learn. They should have a drive to go to school on time. That internal drive will make them get up early, get ready and go to school. As a mother, I have to motivate my children to do that rather than waking them up every day, correct, and creating a dependent children. If you wanted to have an independent children, do this. In the same way, if an organization you want independent employees, then please motivate them. Don't direct them. Don't force them. Force will work in short term, but motivation will work in long term. If my children on their own, they cultivate the habit of getting early, it is for lifetime. I am waking up every day, then I am there, I will wake up. If I am not there that day, they will not wake up. So it's a short term. Force is a short term. Motivation is a long term. So as a leader, you have to motivate your subordinates to do extraordinary job. So it is defined as a driving force that initiates and direct behavior. Motivation is a kind of internal energy which drives a person to do something in order to achieve something. It's a temporal or dynamic state within a person which is not concerned with his personality. So it's a temporal or a dynamic state. Please make a note of it. It's a dynamic state within you. Each one of us have this state with us. It is hidden. We don't know. Correct? And it is nothing to do with your personality. Nothing to do with your excellent environment. All of us are born with these skills, and all of us have. Our job is just making the people to perform that. So, derived from Latin word movere. So how the word motivation came into existence? The word motivation is derived from Latin word movere. Movere is a Latin word from where the motivation came into existence. Movere, Latin meaning is, in English, the meaning of this word is to move. To move. My children have to get up on their own. Employees have to do the job on their own. I should not take a stick and make them do. They should do on their own. Yeah, I don't want to tell them to do. What is it? Every day I have to tell them why they are here. You get irritated, right? That is what is motivation, to move. Stephen P. Robbins, very important author in the field of management as well as in human resource management, he has defined motivation as willingness to exert high level of effort, willingness to perform at the highest level towards organization goals, conditioned by effort's ability to satisfy some individual need. So Stephen B. Robinson says that it is a willingness of an individual to perform at the highest level and to help the organization to achieve its goal on a condition that, correct, on a condition by effort ability to satisfy some individual needs. He motivates himself to give his best and achieve or help organization to achieve his goal, because he know very well if the organization achieve its goal, my goal also will be achieved. So I don't work for my goal. I work for organization goal. So that organization achieves the goal, my goal is automatically achieved. Correct? How it happens? Correct? That is what Stephen P. Robbins have given the definition of motivation. So his definition, he is telling work for organization, help organization to achieve its goal, then your goal is automatically met with. How it is going to happen? Here I will teach you that. You can see the motivation process, how it works. There are 3 steps in the motivation process. First is need. See, my need is job. I have to work because I have to take care of my family. That's a need. Or I am hungry, I need food. That is my need. I am thirsty, I need water. That's a need. Need could be job, need could be water, need could be food. Our need could be love. I am so restless. I want someone to take care of me. I want some love and affection. How I am leading life without any affection. Correct? Love is also a need. So, love is a need, psychological need. Correct? Food is a need, physiological need. Shelter is a need, physiological need. Correct? So, the need could be psychological or it could be physical. I give you the example of need. You are feeling thirsty, you are feeling hungry, physiological need. You want love and affection, you want respect in society, psychological need. Need could be both. So the motivation process starts with a need. Yeah, if children have need to go to school and study and excel in life, then they get a public. If they don't have need, no, I don't want to study only, then children will never study. So the need is very important. Then this need will lead, correct, will make an individual behave in certain manner. I am hungry, so I start searching for food everywhere. I start searching for money, buying food, or cooking food, and having. I'll put some behavior to fulfill the need. Need is there, so for that, individual behave in certain manner. That behave is called a drive or motive. So need is putting me in action. That action is called as drive or motive. Then once I do that action, I cook food. I was very hungry. I put effort to cook the food. Then I have. So achievement is yes, good. I'm able to have food. Now I'm fine. So food. I was thirsty. I had water. I'm fine. So achieve a particular goal. The goal of having food, the goal of having water is achieved. Our goal of going to school is achieved. If the kids have goal to go to school. Our employees have goal to finish the sales task. If they have done it, they'll be happy. Correct? There's a need. You have to earn money. For that, you have to do sales. So you go and do the sales. So the end result is he will get reward. So with that reward, he will achieve his goal. That is why I said motivation is all about achieving goal. What organization goal? When organization goal is achieved, I will be rewarded. And that reward helps me to achieve my own goal. So first organization goal, then my goal. That is what is called as motivation process. So need, drives and incentives. Three things are here, students. Need can be psychological or physical. Drive is the action taken by an individual to satisfy the need. Incentive is anything, correct, that can fulfill the need and decrease the intensity of drive. So the some benefit what an individual is getting, correct, that we call it as incentive what he receives. That is what is motivation. So classification of motives. Now you may ask me, ma'am, how people get motivated? Yes. There are two types of motivation, students. The motives could be primary motive. You are feeling hungry. You are feeling thirsty. It's a primary motive. No one taught you to feel hungry. No one taught you to be thirsty. As soon as the child takes birth, correct? As soon as the child is born, he starts crying. Correct? No one taught him crying. It's a primary motive. He cries for milk, right? So milk, or breathing, all those things they learn and come. It is not learned. Primary motive is by virtue of being taken birth as human being. All of us have some motives. That is food, shelter, clothing. All these are. So they are not learned. Correct? And these are physiological based. All of these are physiological. Food is a physiological need, right? So that is what is called as primary motive. Being born as a human, we have got certain needs which has to be fulfilled. So need to achieve those goals. If we do something, then it is called as primary motives. Then what is secondary motives? Correct? Are general motives. General motives are stimulus motives. Neither purely primary. See the primary motives, by virtue of being born a human being, you have certain motives. Secondary is you learn. Yeah, I need this, yeah. So you've learned it. Then what is general motive? General motive is not primary, not secondary, not learned, not physiological. It stimulates tension within a person. Within you, there's some tension going on. Some tension going on. The tension to conquer world, what Alexander has, the tension to become leader, the tension to become the best CEO, the tension to become the richest person in the world, curiosity, manipulation, and activity, correct? Or maybe love, affection, motives. So these are called as general motives, a stimulus motive. I have some drive to achieve that, I will act. And these are not learned. They are not physiological. It's all about my social behavior. It's all about my achievement drive, which motivates me to do something extraordinary. That is called general motives. So then what is secondary motive? Secondary motive, as I told you, are learned and acquired over a period of time. See, as a child I learned about crying, I learned about having food when I am hungry, having water when I am thirsty. Correct? That I have learned. But what is secondary motives are? These are not learned by virtue of birth. We acquired it over a period of time. For example, power motive. I wanted to be the most powerful person. No one by birth wanted to be powerful. By the time they grow up in life, they learn that. So that is why power motive is an example of secondary motive. Achievement motive. Always wanted to be number one. Then affiliation motive. I want people to love me, take care of me, and make me realize that I am important. So affiliation motive. Security motive. You got job, you're very happy about it. But if I lose job, what will happen to me? So I want some security motive. People get married for some security. Parents want their daughters to get married because they feel that after us, who will take care of her? At least husband is there, children is there, will take care. Security reason they want children to get married. So it's a social security. Security motive, the status motive. I wanted to be the rich people. See, when an ordinary car itself can fulfill your need, why you want Benz itself? Why you want, correct? Why you want high-end cars or luxury cars? Just to have status motive. What I have, others do not have. What others have, if I have, then I am not celebrity. So the cost of living of celebrity is much higher than what you and me will spend because they have the status motive very high. The status motive. At home, what they are leading, no one cares. Once they are in public, they should have branded things. They should have designer things. What they have owned, because to carry their status, it is important. That is what is called as status. Rank a person who is related to others within an organization or society. So where I stand in front of their eyes. So achievement motive. So basically what happens here is the secondary motives are all learned by virtue of my personality. Being part of this community, we learn and we ensure that we achieve all these things to get successful in our life. So that is what is called as the various types of motivation, the motivation, the drive within you, correct? And this is how something is going to drive. And three motives are responsible for that: primary motive, secondary motive, and general motives. Will motivate people to act. Did you get, students, what is motivation? Don't you think if employees are not motivated as a leader, making them do the job is impossible? You can take a stick and stand there, only people will do. As soon as you go inside, they will sit. But if you motivate them, then you're there or not there, they keep on doing. So that is why motivation is very, very important. And these are the three motives which motivate individual to do. When you, as a manager, when you want to motivate your employees, work on this motive. Identify one motive, what that person wants. That person is poor, he needs his physiological need to be fulfilled, give that reward, it will work. He's already rich, he has all money with him. Then give him status, he'll work. So identify what he needs and offer them, then definitely they will work. That is why motivation is very important. So that's what, students, today's class we discuss about what is motivation, why motivation is important, and what are the three motives of motivation, correct? So primary, secondary, and similar. So hope you understood that. And now there are different theories of motivation I have to teach you. Beautiful theories are there which tells what motivates individual to do the job. As a manager or as an individual, if you know those theories, you can motivate yourself and others very, very well. So in my next video, I'll be teaching you all theories of motivation. So till then, what you have to do? Yes, you're going to watch complete videos of mine, all previous videos of mine, and you're going to share my videos and you're going to subscribe my channel. So with that note, I'll end the class today. See you in the next class.